Hey guys, Miss Little here. It's Friday and it's the last day of our Earth Week activities. And what I'm going to do today is take you through step by step making a 1-point perspective aquarium. Now I've used the Shed Aquarium in Chicago, Illinois, and used some examples and some videos and YouTube things. And Wellington, the penguin visits the different animals in the aquarium since they're all shut down right now. And so we're going to do a 1-point perspective aquarium. First of all, 1-point perspective is the idea that there's one point, a vanishing point on a horizon line. Remember, the horizon line is where the sky and the ground touch and come together. So there's one vanishing point on that horizon line where everything gets smaller and smaller and smaller as it goes to that vanishing point. So let me show you one example. I'll turn you around here and get a little bit closer so maybe you can see better. So this is a 1-point perspective city. You can see there's a little red dot right there that I've put on the paper, and everything gets smaller as it goes towards that point, which is a vanishing point. You can see the buildings get smaller as they go back towards there on each side. The trees are larger up front and get smaller as they go back towards there. Even the lines on the street get smaller and smaller and smaller as they go to that vanishing point. And so what we're going to be doing is an aquarium using the idea of this vanishing point. Now, the horizon line is right here, okay, on this picture. All right, and so there's your vanishing point. This is all sky. This is going to all be your ground. And we've talked a lot about landscapes and the horizon line and how things are, when they're closer to you, they're going to be bigger. And when they're farther away, they're going to be smaller. And so this vanishing point just gives you one point to which everything is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. So let me flip you back around for a second and lift you up. And so we're going to be doing an aquarium. We're going to use the idea of the vanishing point. Your materials that you need are a ruler, a pencil and an eraser, and a piece of paper and markers or watercolors or crayons or whatever things that you have at home. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get a paper. Oh my gosh, I lost my paper. Just a minute. I'm back. Okay, so let me turn this around one more time and we're going to get started. So get your materials and then you'll be able to do that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make an X. We're going to go from diagonal lines from corner to corner. So I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to line it up. Now I'm going to be using a Sharpie just so you can see it a little better with my lines. Maybe I can find a Sharpie. Here we go. So I'm going to go from this corner and draw a line all the way to this corner. Okay? I'm going to do the same thing, diagonal line from the bottom to the top, just like this. And they're going to meet in the middle and make an X. Now also notice that my paper is landscape, not portrait, but landscape. Okay? Horizontal, not vertical. We want to do it horizontal. Okay, so the next step that we're going to do, this is going to be our vanishing point right there, right in the middle. You don't have to put a point there, but we just know that that is going to be where our vanishing point is. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use our ruler and make vertical lines in these two sections. So we'll start in the middle and make a line and another one. And I want you to notice that as I do this, my lines are getting farther apart. Why are they doing that? Because they're getting farther and farther away from that vanishing point. We're going to do the same thing on this side now. We're just making vertical lines. Just like this. How many did I make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 should be good. Okay, I'm going to start spreading them out a little bit more because I'm getting a little bit farther away from the vanishing point. And one more. It comes all the way up like this. Okay? That part's pretty simple. Remember, if you need to stop the video at any time for you to catch up and do this part or rewind it, you can do that. Okay? So now the next part is this triangle down here. This is going to be the bottom, this is the top. We're going to put our ruler on that point. I'm going to actually make a little red dot on mine so you can see it. And we're going to use the ruler as a pivot. When something pivots, just like in basketball, if you are pivoting, you have one foot that's stable and the other foot moves around it. Okay, so we're going to keep our ruler on that vanishing point. And we're going to start, and we're going to draw some diagonal lines in this bottom part. So watch how I do it. The top part of my ruler is always on that vanishing point. And I'm going to draw a diagonal line down there. I'm going to keep it on the vanishing point, and I'm going to pivot and draw another one. Keep my ruler on the vanishing point, pivot, draw another one. Keep my ruler on that vanishing point, pivot, draw another one. And one more, keep my ruler on that vanishing point, and one more. Okay, so this is going to be the ground. This is going to be the top part of our aquarium. Okay, this is getting a little bit confusing, but watch, we're going to stick to this one right here. Now, we're going to draw horizontal lines across. Okay, and we're going to match this line with this line, this line with this line, this one with this one, this one with this one. I think that'll work if I did them close. So we're going to do a horizontal line across here. We're going to do a horizontal line across here. We're going to do another one. Oops, that one's not going to work. Here. We're going to do one here. And we're going to do one more here. Okay, so I've got horizontal lines here. All right. Now, don't get confused. Just do it one step at a time. The last part is we're going to do rainbow lines, curved lines, connecting these up top. Not straight across, but rainbow lines. So we'll have a rainbow here, a rainbow here, a rainbow here, one here, and then one more that'll go off the page and come back on the page right there. Okay? Now, this looks pretty confusing, but you'll be able to get it. So we're going to go to this part right here. I'm going to use my black marker, and I'm going to color this in like a checkerboard. So I'm going to do a pattern. So I'm going to do black, white, black, white, black, white. And then down here I'm going to do the opposite. This is going to be white, black, white, black, white, black. Okay. Then I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to get a thicker marker, black marker though, to do this so it goes a little bit quicker. So I'm going to do black, white, black, white, black, white, and then the opposite. So I'm going to finish this whole checkerboard out. I'm going to try and use the side of this thick marker so it goes a little bit quicker. And just like this. A few more squares here. Now this is going to be a floor. So this is like the tiles on a floor. You ever been in a hamburger joint or a restaurant that has tiles like this on their floor? I think if you've ever been to Killen's hamburger place, they have tiles just like that on their floor. Their burgers are pretty good. All right, I've got one more to do, and then we'll be done with the floor. Okay, so we got the floor. This is the sides, and this is going to be our aquarium. Now, I'm going to have to kind of turn this around for just a minute because I'm going to have to draw some animals that are above us in our aquarium. I don't know if I can draw them upside down, so I'm going to turn this around and draw a few animals here. We'll have fish there, maybe we'll have an octopus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll have those little suckers on the legs. And I'm going to make mine a happy octopus. Boop. And, oh, I don't know what else we can draw. There might be seaweed along the bottom here. And maybe one of those fish like in, what was it called? What was that movie called? Oh my gosh, Finding Nemo. You know, that one that had the little bright light there? Boop, 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 boop. Okay. And you can put all kinds of animals around there. So imagine that you're standing here on the bottom. Here, let's do this. You're standing here on the bottom. Oh, that's not going to work. I don't know if you can see my stick person. And you're looking up at all of this. And so all of this area is going to be the water. So I'm going to grab my watercolors here really quick and show you. I think you'll be able to see much better once I have the water painted in and you can see how this works. I have to get water. I was not prepared. Okay, I'm back. So I'm going to get some watercolors. All of this is the water. All of this part is the water in the aquarium that you see looking up at all of these animals. Whoops, that's not water. I'm going to do this really quick. Y'all can do a much better job than that. But now, see, that starts to make a little bit more sense. And then, you know, we get our seaweed. Okay, and you can make your animals whatever colored you want. You can add as many animals as you want. I just think the more you add, the more interesting it is. I'm going to make this guy kind of reddish orange here. And the octopus I think should be pink because I like pink. So I'm going to have a pink octopus. I'm sure you can think of way more things to put than I am, but I think my shark needs to kind of be a dark blue here. It'll be much easier if I do my little seaweed and things. There we go. And that's just really, really quick. But the whole idea here is that everything's getting smaller as it goes to that vanishing point. And then that also means if I were to do some fish way, way, way back here, let me use just my Sharpie. My fish back here towards the vanishing point is going to be way, way smaller than my fish up here close. So I would have smaller seaweed as it gets towards the vanishing point, bigger ones up close, and smaller ones here. And then if I had a smaller octopus that was close to that vanishing point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that looks a little weird, but it's a baby octopus. So you get the idea of the 1-point perspective and your aquarium. And so there it is. Oh, that was quick, a little rough. But I'm going to post some other pictures with this so you can see some finished pictures from students. I did this with 5th grade last year, but I really think that most of you could probably figure this out if you do it one step at a time with the video. Anyway, I hope you've had fun this week. I hope that you've been helpful to your parents and that you've gotten outside some too. And I hope you enjoyed all of the Earth Day activities. So have a wonderful weekend and peace out from Miss Little.